William Shakespeare wrote many famous plays, but few have captured the imagination of audiences across centuries quite like Romeo and Juliet. This timeless tragedy, first performed over 400 years ago, continues to enchant, inspire, and move people of all ages and backgrounds. Shakespeare's words, written with a quill on parchment, have traveled through time, finding new life on countless stages and in the hearts of millions. The story of two young lovers caught in the crossfire of a bitter family feud has become a symbol of passion, hope, and heartbreak. Romeo and Juliet is one of his most loved and performed works, not just because of its beautiful language, but because it speaks to something deep within us all. The iconic balcony scene where Romeo and Juliet first declare their love has been reenacted in theatres, films, and even cartoons, making it one of the most recognizable moments in all of literature. Audiences are drawn to the intensity of their feelings, the thrill of forbidden love, and the hope that love can conquer all obstacles. Why does this story continue to resonate generation after generation? Because it's a story about feelings we all understand, feelings that are as real and powerful today as they were in Shakespeare's time. The joy of first love, the pain of separation, the fear of losing someone dear, and the longing for acceptance. These are emotions that connect us all, no matter where or when we live. Romeo and Juliet's journey is a mirror for our own hopes and fears, our dreams and disappointments, love, hate, sadness. These are the forces that drive the story forward, shaping the destinies of not just Romeo and Juliet, but everyone around them. The love between the two young protagonists is pure and passionate, but it is threatened by the hatred between their families. The sadness that follows their tragic end is a reminder of how destructive anger and prejudice can be. Yet even in the midst of sorrow, there is beauty in their devotion and courage. It reminds us that even though life can be tough, love is a powerful force that can inspire us to be brave, to challenge old grudges, and to dream of a better world. The story of Romeo and Juliet encourages us to believe in the possibility of change, even when the odds seem impossible. Their love, though brief, leaves a lasting impact on everyone around them, showing that even the smallest acts of kindness and understanding can make a difference. This story takes us to a time long ago, to the sun-drenched streets and shadowy alleys of Verona, Italy. The setting is both romantic and dangerous, filled with beauty and tension. Through Shakespeare's words, we are transported to a world of masked balls, secret meetings, and whispered promises. Yet even as we travel back in time, the emotions and struggles of the characters feel immediate and real, as if they could be happening in our own lives today. It shows us that the problems people had then are still around today. Family conflicts, misunderstandings, and the struggle to be true to oneself are challenges that never go out of style. The story of Romeo and Juliet reminds us that despite the passage of time, human nature remains much the same. We still wrestle with love and loss, with loyalty and betrayal, with the desire to belong and the courage to stand apart. So, as the curtain rises and the lights shine on the stage, let's dive into the world of Romeo and Juliet and see what we can learn from their story. Whether you're experiencing it for the first time or returning to it once again, there is always something new to discover in this tale of love, loss, and the enduring power of the human heart. Imagine a city in northern Italy nestled along the banks of a winding river where ancient stone bridges connect neighborhoods and the sun rises over terracotta rooftops. This is Verona, a place of breathtaking beauty, with its grand piazzas, bustling markets, and winding cobblestone streets. At first glance, Verona seems like the perfect place to live, a city where history and romance fill the air. But beneath this picturesque surface, there is a hidden tension that shapes the lives of everyone who calls Verona home. The source of this tension? Two powerful families, the Montagues and the Capulets. For as long as anyone can remember, these families have been locked in a bitter rivalry. Their hatred for each other is so intense that it spills out into the streets, turning everyday moments into opportunities for conflict. Arguments erupt in the marketplace, and even the smallest disagreement can quickly escalate into a full-blown fight. The Montagues and Capulets are always on edge, ready to defend their honor at any cost. Strangely, no one in Verona can even remember how this feud began. The original cause has been lost to time, buried under years of anger and resentment. Yet the animosity between the families only grows stronger with each passing generation. Children are taught to distrust anyone from the other side, and old wounds are never allowed to heal. The city is split in two, with each family claiming their own territory and refusing to cross into the other's domain. This ongoing feud doesn't just affect the Montagues and Capulets, it casts a shadow over all of Verona. Ordinary citizens live in constant fear of being caught in the crossfire. Shopkeepers close their stalls early when tensions rise, and families hurry home before dusk, hoping to avoid trouble. The city's vibrant energy is often replaced by a sense of unease, as everyone wonders when the next argument or fight will break out. Imagine what it would be like to live in a place where you have to watch your every step, where a simple walk down the street could turn dangerous just because of your family name. People avoid certain parts of the city, friendships are strained, and even innocent conversations can be misinterpreted as acts of betrayal. The fear of running into someone from the rival family is always present, making daily life stressful and unpredictable. This is the reality for the people of Verona, a city divided not by walls or borders, but by the deep and unending hatred between two families. The Montagues and Capulets have turned a beautiful city into a battleground, and until their feud ends, Verona will never truly be at peace. In the heart of fair Verona, where ancient grudges cast long shadows, we meet Romeo, a Montague. Born into a family embroiled in a bitter feud with the Capulets, Romeo is a young man whose soul is filled with longing and dreams of love. He often wanders the winding streets of Verona, lost in thought, his mind consumed by the mysteries of the heart. Sensitive and poetic, Romeo is known among his friends for his romantic nature and his tendency to fall deeply, passionately, and sometimes recklessly in love. It is in these very streets that Romeo first glimpses Juliet, a vision of beauty and grace. Juliet is a Capulet, the cherished daughter of a powerful family, and her world could not be more different from Romeo's. Yet in that fleeting moment, their destinies become entwined. Juliet, though young, possesses a wisdom and kindness that set her apart. She is gentle, thoughtful, and beloved by all who know her. Her laughter brings light to her family's home, and her compassion touches the hearts of those around her. Juliet's beauty is matched only by her inner strength. She faces the expectations of her family with quiet dignity, and though she is sheltered from the world, her spirit is unbroken. She dreams of a life filled with love and meaning, even as the world around her is shaped by conflict and tradition. Her kindness is legendary, and she is known for her gentle words and generous heart. Despite their differences, Romeo and Juliet are drawn together by a force neither can explain. Yet, the ancient feud between their families looms over them like a dark cloud. The Montagues and Capulets have been enemies for generations. Their rivalry so fierce that even the city of Verona is divided by their hatred. It seems as if fate itself conspires to keep the young lovers apart, making their love both dangerous and forbidden. In the midst of this turmoil, both Romeo and Juliet are surrounded by friends and family who shape their lives and offer support. These companions provide moments of joy and comfort even as the world around them grows more uncertain. Their laughter and loyalty are a source of strength, reminding Romeo and Juliet that love and friendship can flourish even in the darkest of times. For Romeo, his cousin Benvolio is a constant presence. Benvolio is a peacemaker, always striving to calm tempers and resolve conflicts before they spiral out of control. He listens patiently to Romeo's troubles, offering wise counsel and gentle encouragement. Benvolio's loyalty is unwavering, and he stands by Romeo through every trial, hoping to guide him toward happiness and away from danger. Alongside Benvolio is Mercutio, Romeo's closest friend and confidant. Mercutio is the life of every gathering, quick with a joke and always ready to lift the spirits of those around him. His wit is legendary and his laughter is infectious, yet beneath his playful exterior lies a fiercely loyal friend, willing to defend Romeo at any cost. Mercutio's boldness and humor bring light to even the darkest moments, making him an indispensable companion. Juliet, too, is not alone. By her side is her nurse, a woman who has cared for her since childhood. The nurse is more than a servant. She is a motherly figure, offering Juliet comfort, advice, and unconditional love. Her warmth and affection provide Juliet with a sense of security, and her humor often brings a smile to Juliet's face, even in times of sorrow. The nurse's devotion is unwavering, and she would do anything to protect Juliet's happiness. But not all of Juliet's companions are gentle. Her cousin Tybalt is a skilled swordsman known throughout Verona for his fiery temper and fierce loyalty to the Capulet name. Tybalt's pride and quickness to anger make him a formidable presence, and he is always ready to defend his family's honor no matter the cost. His passion and intensity add to the tension that surrounds Romeo and Juliet, making their love story all the more perilous. Together, these friends and family members form the world in which Romeo and Juliet's love blossoms, a world filled with loyalty, laughter, conflict, and hope. Their story is not just one of romance, but of the bonds that tie us together, and the courage it takes to follow one's heart, even when the odds seem impossible. One night, the Capulets throw a huge party. Romeo, always the adventurer, decides to sneak in wearing a mask. He has a feeling something exciting might happen, and he's right. Across the crowded room, he sees Juliet for the first time. Their eyes meet. In that instant, the world around them fades away. They forget their family's hatred. All they see is each other. Romeo and Juliet talk for hours at the party, they fall deeply in love. Later that night, Romeo stands beneath Juliet's balcony. They share their feelings, completely unaware of the danger their love represents. They promise to be together no matter what. But their love is forbidden. They know their families will never approve. Their hearts are full of love, but their minds are clouded with worry. Romeo and Juliet decide to get married in secret. They ask Friar Lawrence, a kind priest, to help them. He agrees, hoping their love might bring peace to the families. But their happiness is short-lived. Juliet's cousin, Tybalt, recognizes Romeo. A fight breaks out and Romeo's friend Mercutio is killed. Feeling enraged, Romeo fights Tybalt and kills him. Romeo is banished from Verona for killing Tybalt. Juliet is devastated. She is supposed to marry Paris, a wealthy nobleman. Juliet is desperate. She turns to Friar Lawrence for help. He gives her a potion to make her appear dead. The plan is to reunite her with Romeo when she wakes, but sadly the message explaining the plan never reaches Romeo. Romeo hears that Juliet is dead. Heartbroken, he returns to Verona. He goes to her tomb and drinks poison, believing he cannot live without her. Juliet wakes to find Romeo dead by her side. She realizes the tragic mistake and takes her own life with Romeo's dagger. The families find their children dead in the tomb. Only then do they see the devastation caused by their hatred. Finally, they vow to end the feud. Romeo and Juliet's love story is a tragedy. It reminds us that hate only breeds more pain. Their deaths force their families to choose peace, though a sad ending, it carries a powerful message. We learn that love is stronger than hate. It teaches us to look past our differences and find understanding even with our enemies. This message is as important today as it was hundreds of years ago.